But AI can tell you that now. Yes, we're open.
But me trying to, if I'm gonna call and order some food, I'm actually looking at a menu of some sort, like right, versus I'm just picking your fucking brain, like
right, because you may have.
What do you guys have there?
Right, because you may yeah.
What's the most popular? Yeah, what's the popular? Yeah.
I'll call Joe's Blows Steak Shack. What the fuck y'all got there?
You got sushi?
Yeah. Right? No, you
no sushi. Yeah.
What is
Soup
your
of the day.
establishment?
But my name is Michael Smith, and I am one of the co-owners of Cocky's Bar and Grill. It opened in 2011.
Downtown Fresno. Best place to get chicken, wings, have a beer with some friends, sweet
Talk
potato
to
fries,
attorneys.
Find some love.
Right downtown, Van Ness Avenue, and Fresno Street.
Yes.
Yes.
How long y'all been open?
Since 2011, so it'll be 14 years in August.
Is it AI? Is AI
that's
the industry change?
Well, as far as the restaurant industry, AI, you can use it as a tool for sure. Like
food and beverage or a human interaction, which side are you closer to?
The studies have shown that if you scan by yourself and order, you're going to order more.
Really?
Because there's no judgment passed.
Wow, I didn't actually think
so.
About that. Like you're in Fresno, so you're gonna the races or the cultures that are gonna be in Fresno.
Right, but if you have a taco shop and you put a white person in your video, you are inviting that culture there. Like, so if I'm watching it, like, oh, there's people like me there, right?
Yes.
So they're inviting me.
So you're not just picking who comes here; you're also picking what you want for everybody to be here.
Right. I want everybody to feel comfortable.
Are you ever feeling like you're actually getting ideas from AI if you input all of this information?
For sure.
Like it's teaching you?
Yes.
Do you think do you think it's teaching you a new idea?
And let's say the name of it is Alex's Restaurant Logistics Company. I would tell the language model, hey, I want you to act as if you are Alex's Restaurant Logistics Company and give me 5 ideas to serve the dining floor of X amount of tables with 2 bartenders, 3 servers, and 3 cooks. What would be the best way to serve this dining floor? And it will give me 5 examples. And like I said, AI is a tool to get ideas to do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
To be more artistic.
Right. If I say I want to cater my bar to attorneys that are bald head, that are Hispanic, named Alex.
Yes.
How do I do that?
I'm trying to do like entrapment to get these people in there. It's
How?
like, well, you're trying to like cater a certain way of marketing. And that strategy to really like funnel in, like for instance, when you took that marketing degree, did they prepare you for AI?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
In marketing, it was all about the human perspective.
Yeah.
So it was you were going to be the one that's going to make a decision. And they suggested and pretty much told you, don't shy away from looking at people culturally. Because it was coming up in the early 2000s when I went to college.
Mm-hmm.
My, Hispanic, Latino community started to be more of a consumer and buying products in mainstream. So there was a big, heavy, hey, you should really know this culture, this ethnicity, which was mine. So I said, okay, I really understand it. So I can actually look at it from that perspective. And they told everyone, don't shy away from looking at it from people are this race or people are this culture, because if you're going to give someone a product, you're going to have to know why they want that product. And it may be birthed from their actual experiences in life, which may be cultural. And you can't say, no, we all have to be gray and we all have to be the same. Well, yes, but if there's a certain food I grew up eating, like menudo, did you grow up eating menudo or pozole? No. Right. So if they start, in San Jose, it'd be a great place. But if all of a sudden, they're telling him, eat menudo pozole, it would be more that suggestive ad of, hey, I think I know why you would like this. You also like a certain food that is close to that. But it's not going to be telling you the way it's telling me, which is you need menudo because I know your last name. I know who you are. I know where you're from. I know what city you're in. I know that you're related to all these other people. Your brother just posted that he likes menudo. You like menudo. Like it's already found that out about me.
Right.
So are we just letting AI tell us who we are? Because it's easier. Because then there isn't any racism. There isn't any sexism. Just let the computer decide. It's not a real person. You can't blame it.
AI can do that.
Yeah.
AI is as smart as you prompt it to be.
As you prompt it to be.
As you prompt it to be. But being an attorney, asking questions versus me, I wouldn't know what question to ask.
Right.
But as an attorney, if you were trying to drive home a point with the jury, I would ask AI.
Right. Because
Like,
that has nothing to do with the law.
So we
That's
were
human
talking
interaction.
right. Only as smart as the prompt. If you don't know
Right.
to ask it, like if you just say, "Hey, I want a closing argument for this case," but
Can I
closing
tell you-
argument is whatever. But the closing argument, it doesn't mean shit unless it means something to the jury.
Right. Well, let me lay you in on a little secret. When I do my closings, a lot of the times, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to say. And I think to myself, I wonder what I'm going to say. And I've said that before. And my girlfriend says, how do you not know what you're going to say? Because I haven't looked at the 12 people yet that are going to decide my client's fate. And I want to see their reaction. I want to see their face. And I want to see whether or not they're actually engaging with me. Do they not like what I'm saying? And I want to be able to make those decisions on the fly. Wait a minute. I thought Mike was very receptive when I was questioning that witness or when they were talking about this, and he was nodding his head in some way or whatever because I thought I understood Mike. But now I'm looking at Mike in this jury box looking at me like, bro, you're not, sorry, bro, you go sell this somewhere else. Maybe it's not the whole case, but maybe it's just that little idea. And AI may not have prepared me for that, for
Right.
Mike's change in reaction because I prompted, oh, Mike's on my side. Juror number 11, he's been nodding. He's all of these demographics. Tell me more about him and how I should hit him, and it'll tell me the things I should talk to you about. But it's not going to prepare me unless I have it in my ear and it's there observing too.
Like you got coached up when you go out there, now you got to play. With all
Yeah,
this,
right.
With all the information you had.
That's it.
If it's too much, you ain't retaining all of it. So you're going to forget what you don't know. The people that use it don't know how to really use it. Like it
Okay.
can really help them. And I think that's with anything. Like I said, I was talking to somebody the other day, like when cars came out, there were people saying, fuck them cars. I'm going to ride these horses. You know what I'm
Sorry.
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like, all right, AI, whatever, I ain't fucking using it. I'm not going to use it, but okay, you're going to be left behind.
Right.
Which is, that's your choice. It's here.
So do you think in the restaurant industry, if you're not using AI, you are falling behind?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're going to.
It will happen.
So there's use cases for like Montgomery wards.
Yeah. Who are they, right?
Right, exactly. Who are they?
Yeah.
BlackBerry. Who is that? What is that?
So, yeah. What is that?
So they failed to. I think the story I heard with Montgomery wards was something about they wanted to upgrade their POS, their system, and they just put it off, and then when they went to go do it, it was too late. Like everybody else's POS system and inventory tracking systems is way better than what you got going on.
Right.
Right. End up going out of business. BlackBerry, the iPhone came out, they were stuck on that damn keyboard.
Right. Right.
And they moved past it.
They said,
Like,
this isn't where the industry is going.
right.
And BlackBerry said, we can't. We
Right.
cannot let go of the thing that makes us good.
Right.
Right. Like the fax machine.
I saw somebody pull over a Tesla. And she was drunk, but it was driving. So. She was asleep. She drunk sleep.
Disclaimer, even if Tesla is driving for you and you are drunk, you are still
Getting a D.
responsible and you could get a DUI.
There you go.
Yes.
Fun
But
fact.
that's
Yeah.
fun fact. Don't think that the Tesla's going to show up to court with handcuffs.
Just hop out in the back
But
seat real
not
quick.
gonna
Let's say that drunk girl that was asleep, somebody reported on the freeway like, hey, this is somebody sleeping driving, but 20 years from now, that could be normal. What's the difference between Uber driver and a Waymo? The Texas
The AI has now
police
become the
officer, right?
human.
And so let's say he walks in, the police officer, and he's arrested this guy before,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So he has a biased opinion.
That's
of him.
correct.
AI is not going to have a biased opinion in that situation.
Face recognition may tell it, there's Mike Smith. And Mike Smith's like, man, you guys keep coming to my house. This is the 7th time I've done nothing. But the AI is like, this is the 7th time we're here.
Why keep pressing me, man?
No, but what I'm saying is the AI's report is going to be unbiased. The cops report is going to be a little biased. A lot of people are in jail because somebody felt some type of way about them. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
It could be the jury.
Yeah, it could
It could be the defense,
Right.
the prosecutors.
Right,
Right. But if it was an unbiased opinion, just going on facts.
right. Okay. All right, maybe there's room for it. All right. All right, I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Are you real right now?
Absolutely.
How do you know?
I don't know because I can touch myself. Pause.
Hey.
I guess that's one way of putting it. No, but AI. as I was asking you before. Do you think that AI at some point can just take over and whatever industry you're creating can just get wiped away?
I believe so.
How?
It's changing every day, and it keeps training itself to do better.
AI.
AI is training its own self at this point.
You think it's beyond our control?
N- No, there's I'm pretty sure there's some guardrails they put on it. You know what I'm saying? But the language models they're using, there's Copilot, there's Claude, there's Gemini, there's ChatGPT. There's probably some other ones I'm not thinking of right now. But as time goes on, it learns itself. Like I was telling you the other day, uh, you can upload a PDF document and have a podcast with yourself, asking uh, asking questions about whatever you uploaded, and it'll in
So
real
you throw images in there?
you can. So you can, because you would tell it to analyze it and
So take a look
cre-
at this PDF.
right. So
Whatever
look,
you get from it.
for you, you be an attorney, and let's say you look at the decision and you upload it, and you say, I want to create a podcast with this document, and you could talk to it.
And
You say,
it could be any document of like flowers or seeds.
right.
And that's making you a podcast
Right.
about
You
seeds and
you
flowers.
take a picture of a back of a seed pack and be like, I want to know, I want to talk about these seeds. In real time, it's gonna research information, but that time is only gonna get faster. So it might be a 2 or 3 second delay, but give it some time. It might be
So it's going to
split-
actually have a real-time conversation with you.
right.
So why talk to a human again?
There we go. So we talking about replacing stuff.
Well,
I think one of the challenges with certain industries is when you have to have a physical human to do things, but then we can create robots, stuff like that. Like my industry is food, so I gotta have somebody cooking, serving. There's human interaction there, and people go to restaurants to have human interaction and to talk to people. You know what I'm saying?
but
And have
isn't
good-
your restaurant converting more to AI and having less human-to-human contact?
um?
QR codes,
So we do have QR codes.
electric kiosks,
We don't have that yet, but I was thinking about it. But
self-checkout. Can you ever get self-checkout at Cocky's?
You can. I mean, through the QR code.
Right. I can go into Cocky's. I can scan the QR code, pick the wings that I want, not look at the human when they bring the food at me,
If you choose to.
if I just choose to, and then just have no human interaction.
Right.
Did that start during COVID when they made you guys kind of put up
It
like
did.
okay.
Absolutely did.
So how was that how did you guys run across that? Did you just see other people doing, or like we have to also jump on this, or what was that discussion with the crew or the team when that happened?
So when that whole COVID thing happened, I think they reached out to me about QR codes. And I've seen it other places, but it wasn't functioning correctly. Like it was goofy. But the one I had, it was called Bbot. It is called Bbot. It functions pretty nice. So all of our food, and that's during COVID. That's when I took all the pictures of our food. So I don't know how many pictures of food we got, and cocktails. So there's a bunch. But with that being said, so that's what the introduction was, and it was supposed to be. I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna scan and look at this menu and it's all, because it was either on this side of it or you're on the other side with COVID. It was like
Oh, so there was coming into like a split of where the industry was going to go.
right. So QR codes were been around, but they were dead. Like nobody really used them. China was the only one using them.
There was no real interest for
There
it.
was no input. Soon as the COVID happened, the QR code everything now. But the software I had that I've seen wasn't working like I would envision it to work, except the one I got. So
You like the one you got.
I like the one I got. You can start tags, it's pretty cool. But to your point, AI, it automatically goes to the kitchen or cocktail, but we have somebody bring it to you. But I think that was more of a necessity of quick response, because this generation, everything has to happen splickety split. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So if your patience as an older gentleman is different from some 20 something coming in there like, where's the waiter? Like, you just sat down like 10 seconds ago. But they see the QR code, they're already entertained. And it's already they already use their phone. They can't set it down so they're scrolling and they're looking at pictures.
It's a natural function for
Right.
It
them.
says the QR code was started around 1994, and it was originally for tracking automotive parts. That's where it started. QR
Just to
codes.
track the automotive part.
So every automotive part had a QR code on the actual like the part system where they would just when they had a POS system, so that they could track an automotive part. It was opened up by Denso Wave 1994, and it was just store more data for traditional barcodes, scan quickly by smartphones or other devices. And now it's funny how they implemented that into everything. They use it for for all
like
industries
the
now.
US wasn't using it
For
like,
business cards too. It's
Right.
like crazy,
it kind of fell off. Like the QR code, like you heard about. Then you had to download a separate app to use the scan a QR code. But now it's native in your phone. You can pick it up. But like China was using it the whole time. Like then soon COVID happened.
Were they using it in restaurants or in a different way?
They use it for because QR code is information, a landing page to wherever you're going, right? But they used it.
Quick universal link.
Right, whatever. Like you go shopping, they got the QR for pay, for this, for that. As soon as that happened, QR codes everywhere in the US. Like it still is now.
But so I can go into Cocky's. I can hit the QR code. It'll give me a menu. At what point will the menu start to learn me and kind of remember the food that I liked and also start to make suggestions based on, hey, I picked this hamburger. It probably should go with sweet potato fries. And have AI now start to think for you and make the suggestions that you like.
I see
It
that
does.
happening if you like sign up for like
Yeah.
if you could sign into like a Cocky's. Why don't we give him an intro?
What?
Where are you from?
Intro to what?
Intro to where he's representing.
Oh, I just found him outside. I said,
Oh,
come on
okay,
in.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
have a
yeah.
conversation.
And you have my
I'm-
logo?
What is this now?
yeah. Let's give him an intro where he's from. What is your establishment? And then
My name is Michael Smith, and I am one of the co-owners of Cocky's Bar and Grill that opened in 2011,
Downtown Fresno.
downtown Fresno.
Best place to get chicken, wings, have a beer with some friends, sweet
Talk
potato
to
fries,
attorneys.
find
talk to
some love.
attorneys. Right downtown, Van Ness Avenue and
Right.
Fresno Street.
Yes.
Yes.
How long y'all been open? Is it?
Since 2011, so it'll be 14 years in August.
Dang,
That's great for a restaurant.
that's a good time.
Yeah.
You can make it past like the first 4 or 5 years you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Any day you can close.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to keep advancing, right? You got to keep
Right.
finding the next thing. But is it AI? Is AI the industry
Hey.
change?
Well, as far as the restaurant industry, AI, you can use it as a tool for sure. Like, we can create videos, you can create scripts, prompts, market, AI marketing tools, and all that.
If you had to decide between what you actually produce, food and beverage, or a human interaction, which side are you closer to?
If I'm predicting the future, it's going to be just food and beverage. But right now,
So no human interaction.
I think so. Like, if you do studies about Gen Z, they typically don't want to interact with you.
Even at the bar or at the restaurant?
Right. So the studies have shown that if you scan by yourself and order, you're going to order more
Really?
because there's no judgment passed.
Wow, I didn't actually think about that.
Yeah, so there's no judgment passed. Like if you wanna
From the
order-
waiter or waitress
and
to
if-
the
right. If you order a double, if you order an extra set of fries,
with extra cheese and some
right,
bacon. and
right,
You guys got that
add
too.
on, yeah.
Bacon. I think you guys have some bacon potato fries.
Yeah.
Wedges. Right. So I could just do it. No one's gonna care.
Right. There's no judgment pass. The kitchen is gonna make whatever's on the ticket, and the waitress is gonna deliver whatever cocktail you ordered.
So then, do you have an incentive to not have a human interaction at a place of a restaurant when that's kind of half of what you go for, isn't it?
Right.
Or do you just want to be around the noise?
Some people want to be around the noise. Some people want to be around other people, and some people just want to get something to eat.
You have all of that in the same place
Yes,
at the same time.
correct.
You've seen this over and over and over.
Right. People come sit by myself. I got somebody that orders DoorDash for, I think it's an iced tea.
I
swear to God. I went and got the ticket. I said, James, man, I think we did call DoorDash. You're like, no, they do this every Wednesday or something like that. Just iced tea, yes, or a Shirley Temple, just whatever they feeling that day. I'm like, they come pick it up. But yeah. So no judgment pass when you're ordering. Um, and the kids like to be on their phones. Kids like to be on their phones, and this was one of the QR code interests. Is like it's your own POS system right here.
Right.
You just do it and check out and all that stuff as well.
You do it on your own dime. You can pay for it there.
Right.
I can see if they have some sort of sign up though, like if eventually you do like a Cocky's like,
Yeah. On here,
and
you
then
can sign
AI
in.
will learn what you order all the time you go in
Right.
there, if that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like then it'll be a little more tailored to like what you like to eat.
Some type
Right.
of incentive to be in the program.
Right.
So
Yeah,
much
they have
percentage off.
it. If you sign up on there, if you log in or create on login, it'll suggest or tell you what you last ordered.
Maybe this is the way you like it.
Right. I can go in there on the back end and be like, if they order this pairs with this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
You guys do
it's-
have the Alex special, which is a grilled cheese sandwich with mushrooms,
well,
jalapenos, grilled onions.
Yeah.
Trying to get that on the menu.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's great. So okay, but we have the ability to actually create that when I get to that menu
Right.
because I have so many options, and if my brain wants to go to all of that, I can go to all of that.
You're reading like, man, I can add mushrooms, cheese, bacon. Just start clicking stuff.
But it's not going to tell me, hey, maybe you shouldn't put this with that because
No, it's not.
it'll let you just
It'll let you
create.
figure out if it's nasty or if it's good. Like, it's actually a combination. It's good or it's bad.
Do you think though that can have an effect then on the customer's overall acceptance of the food because they created it?
Right.
They may say, it didn't taste that well. Well, you put mustard and sugar and ice cream.
In the restaurant business, we probably is on the food side. They don't do too many like they add stuff as like cheese or bacon.
Okay.
They haven't really created, but with drinks, like put this and that, and they be like, it's nasty. I'm like, you absolutely created this. This is something we can't even stand by because we didn't put them ingredients and said it tastes good. You did. You said
Right.
you thought it would taste
Right,
good.
and now somebody is
tastes nasty.
posting
Just
something
what I thought,
online.
yeah.
Look at this. Look what they brought me.
Right, you
These
added
were the
the-
boxes you checked.
You added the carrots to the soup. I don't know.
I let you do it. It's
You
free
added
will.
the sugar and the salt to the fries, and it don't taste good.
Well, okay, but does that change from you now being the person going around the restaurant thinking of what should be the image of Kocky?
Yeah.
Like giving the user that much of an experience that they can create on their own.
But when you're now in the interest of time, if they're over there scrolling and can't make up their mind as a server, I'm like, do. But when you're on your phone, don't matter. I'm running food, talking to other people. And
So it's more efficient.
It's way more efficient, and you have less questions because you see a picture of it. You see a picture of the food, like, oh, that answers a lot of your questions, and it tells.
Does it come with this or that? Well, there's the photo.
There's a photo,
Right, and a good
right.
description of the item.
Correct. If you go to a place where they're just words on the menu, the customer's different, like a little bit different. That can read the whole thing, and but you got the interaction is going to be a lot more because there's a lot more that is not known. You read in the description, but you still have more questions. For instance, this was a while back when Yard House, I think, first came to town. I ordered a California roll. I had a California rolls before. I read the descriptions. It says the same stuff as the other one says, but when it came, it looked like a cake. So I was like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? It didn't know picture. It just said the same ingredients, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool.
So you had the image in your head.
Like, it was a roll.
Yeah.
It was a freaking cake. I was like, I couldn't, it wasn't nothing you rolled up and you get with chopsticks. It was like you get a fork and I don't know what the hell is this shit. Send that back. We get something else.
Look at a fork, yeah.
Right.
A fork and a spoon, yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that? But like stuff like that, but I already knew like, oh, I don't want like I'll just scroll past it. Like I don't want that.
Right,
what
because
I'm
you can
saying?
actually see everything that's
Right.
going on.
Right.
But now you're really relying on the interface, that first set of instructions on how to figure through this. Because I'm hungry.
Right.
You get that customer who's like, I can't figure your app out, or I can't figure the
Yeah,
internet out, and
sure,
now they're
but
getting a little more frustrated.
We have paper menus, but I think in the service industry, when it comes to AI, every time I go to a restaurant, I ask the server what's good here. Like all this shit looks good, but what do you actually eat here?
Right.
Like I was at Mad Duck yesterday.
You like that human interaction.
Right. What do you suggest? Because if you go to if I tell you I went to that one, I went to Dog House and I'm like, I ordered a Caesar salad. You're like, why the fuck didn't you order the tri-tip? Well, I didn't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just went to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you suggest? The damn tri-tip. You know what I'm saying? That's what
I saw
said.
this morning. The chef looked like he was good with it.
Right.
Yes. Let's do that.
Right.
So Omar, we could actually just make our little taqueria, and just from the
Masala,
from the
fries,
beginning,
yeah.
we can just start making the hey, this is who we are.
You see this?
Right. But is it authentic?
These potato skins are absolutely delicious, just perfect.
So that person's not real, huh?
Nope.
Bro. Why don't you
These
find
potato
like
skins
a
look
all right, so
amazing,
does that AI person look like they would actually go to Kocky?
Yeah.
Or is it a
See, but I
It's
think
like-
you would probably want that the most, right?
Right.
You know who goes to Cocky's. You have a general idea
Right.
by so many geographical ways you can divide it. You're gonna want that person to look like that, or at least a blend of that, wouldn't you?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Well, it's like an
all
inviting. It's like an inviting thing too. I
marketing
assume.
is suggestive.
Right.
Right.
Did you take a
Like,
marketing class, like all that stuff?
That's what I
Or?
got my degree in.
Hey, let's go. He
Just
said,
a
I got
little
my-
shout out to Fresno State, right?
Fresno State, man.
By way of Oakland,
San Jose.
San Jose. No, San Jose. Oh, that,
Or,
now I think I just threw a shot out.
Yeah,
Dang.
You talking about James? Shout out James. What's up?
Wait, you're
So-
not James O'Donnell,
Right.
Oh,
you just figured out.
shit.
Man, I'm an AI.
yeah.
You may not be the real
Get to the
person.
record scratch. There it is. You can't put the record scratch on there.
Whatchamacallit? But yeah. So marketing is all suggested to me. Like
But your suggestion.
if you
It's
put
your
Q-
suggestion, though.
right. Well, because it's my company.
Right. So I mean, there still is that human input. You still have to be the observer,
Right,
the
right,
analyzer
right.
of what do my people
That's why
want, what should I actually have here. Now AI make that quicker and efficient for me.
Right. Exactly. So with marketing is suggestive. Like if I put cute girls in the video, I obviously want to attract cute girls to my restaurant overall.
Right.
If it don't matter what ethnicity it is, you want everybody to feel included. Everything is not just because. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah, it's purposeful.
It's purposeful
Yeah,
in marketing. I watch stuff all the time. Like I wonder why they did that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool. That was a good idea.
Right.
You know what I'm
But then you have to actually start to divide things, even through sex or through race, through ethnicity, through culture, through experience. Like you're gonna have to look at it in a way that society says we shouldn't look at things.
Right.
That's the one thing that I always thought when I was looking at marketing was we have to actually be in a way that we cannot really be on the street. Like, hey, this person is from Mexico. They may like tacos, like my people. So maybe I'm able to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
In real life, you'd have to like really say, oh, but that's my culture. That's why I'm talking about it. But when you're looking at marketing, I don't think it really matters. If you have people that like tacos, and whether it's Hispanic or whether it's any other ethnicity,
So
like you're in Fresno, so you're
right.
gonna the races or the cultures that are gonna be in Fresno.
right, but if you have a taco shop and you put a white person in your video, you are inviting that culture there. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
if I'm watching it, like, oh, there's people like me there, right?
Yes.
So they're inviting me,
So you're not just picking who comes here; you're also picking what you want for everybody to be here.
right? I want everybody to feel comfortable,
Ah,
right?
what a
Or
novel
if
idea.
if I know I'm nailing this area in marketing, like this demo's coming, I want to reach out to a different one.
Mm.
You can do that suggestively, like with cocktails and what you think that person or do, and you'd actually have to do research on that demo you want, and start promoting what's on your menu that might include them or make them feel like that spot is for them.
Are you ever feeling like you're actually getting ideas from AI if you input all of
Oh,
this
yeah,
information?
for sure.
Like it's teaching you.
Yes.
Do you think it's
Yes.
do you think it's teaching you a new idea, or do you think it's blending your idea and basically telling you this is what you're thinking
So
with
when
your scattered thought?
when you say idea, let's explore that.
Let's say you're brainstorming and you're
Uh-huh.
like, you know what, we need to do something more to lead the consumer going this way, and then on their way out, kind of this or that. And you're thinking of all these ideas to streamline the flow of traffic in your spot to make it more efficient. And you haven't really reached how it goes, but you give that information to AI. It may give you a conclusion or an opinion and say, this is probably how you should do it.
It would.
So do you think it was your ideas that were blended to give to you, or it's like, hey, dummy, you're looking the wrong way. You should be having people do this, and it's completely the wrong idea.
So yes. So AI will do all that if you use one of the language models. Yes, and then but you need It's all about prompting. So if we do let's say we research let's say a restaurant marketing company, or let's say a restaurant logistics company, of how, and let's say the name of it is Alex's Restaurant Logistics Company. I would tell the language model, hey, I want you to act as if you are Alex's Restaurant Logistics Company and give me 5 ideas to serve the dining floor of X amount of tables with 2 bartenders, 3 servers, and 3 cooks. What would be the best way to serve this dining floor? And it'll give me 5 examples. Now, I have to read it and be like, can that even be possible in my restaurant?
Right.
Or that's a hell of an idea. Look at that one. I'm about to use that shit today and see what happens.
So it may have taught you something.
Yeah, for sure. For
Could,
sure.
could it at some point be teaching you somebody else's business, and then maybe you could be infringing on a whole nother idea?
You could, but I wouldn't know.
Right.
I wouldn't
Until
know.
you
So-
get a letter saying, hey, wait a minute, you're starting to do a certain drink the way we do it. Where did that
Right.
come from? Maybe you're competing with another business taking AI. It could just be in the air. It could
Right.
just be anyone's idea to take.
Right, yeah. But most of it, you get, like I said, AI is a tool to get ideas to do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
To be more artistic.
Right. If I say I want to cater my bar to attorneys that are bald head, that are Hispanic, named
That's-
Alex,
Yes.
how do I do that? And it'll give me, but I'll tell it to act as a marketing agency. I would.
It'll probably do a background check on me
Right.
and realize that I want those grilled onions and the mushrooms
It's
and the
crazy how
jalapenos.
you're trying to do like entrapment to get these people in there. It's
How?
like, well, you're trying to like cater a certain way of marketing, and that strategy to really like funnel in. Like for instance, when you took that marketing degree, did they prepare you for AI?
Hell no.
That's what
No.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
With I was gonna ask you earlier too. With the law degree, did they ever teach you guys how to promote and how to
Well, I went to business school too before I went to law school.
like market yourself and all
right.
that?
So in
right.
marketing, it was all about the human perspective.
yeah.
So it was you were going to be the one that's going to make a decision. And they suggested and pretty much told you, don't shy away from looking at people culturally, because it was coming up in the early 2000s when I went to college.
Mhm.
My, Hispanic Latino community started to be more of a consumer and buying products in mainstream. So there was a big, heavy, hey, you should really know this culture, this ethnicity, which was mine. So I said, okay, I really understand it. So I can actually look at it from that perspective. And they told everyone, don't shy away from looking at it from people are this race or people are this culture, because if you're going to give someone a product, you're going to have to know why they want that
Right,
product. And it may be birthed from their actual experiences in life, which may be cultural. And
Well,
you
it's
can't
parallel
you
to
can't
the-
say, no, we all have to be gray and we all have to be
Yeah.
the same. Well, yes, but if there's a certain food I grew up eating, like menudo, did you grow up eating menudo or pozole?
No.
Right. So if they start, in San Jose, it'd be a great place. But if all of a sudden, they're telling him, eat menudo pozole, it would be more that suggestive ad of, hey, I think I know why you would like this. You also like a certain food that is close to that. But it's not going to be telling you the way it's telling me,
Right,
which is you need menudo because I know your last name. I know who you are. I know where you're from. I know what city you're in. I know that you're related to all these other people. Your brother just posted that he likes menudo. You like menudo. Like it's already found that out about
Right.
me.
Right.
So are we just letting AI tell us who we are? Because it's easier. Because then there isn't any racism. There isn't any sexism. Just let the computer decide. It's not a real person. You can't blame it.
AI can do that.
Yeah.
If you
It's
prompt-
automatic. It's
Right.
like plug and play.
If you prompt it, yes. If you
If
if you prompt it, if I'm trying to get, it doesn't matter. Like it'll find something like that. But AI has made a lot more things obtainable. Like I said, like I can prompt the image. I can prompt up an image, right? Of
Right.
food or whatever.
Right.
Right. But typically, I'd have to bust out a camera. I'd have to know the settings, pay somebody, probably $100 an hour, blah, blah, blah. But now I can just do it from my laptop,
Right.
right? For anything. Like, if you want to have, if you're studying, for an attorney, if you're studying a case, right? And instead of reading it, you upload it and you talk to this. 'Cause when you have conversations, you remember a little bit more. Because you don't have to, like, from end to end, I don't know, it could be 20 pages. Of
Right.
Just whatever.
I have talked to AI about the law, and I've had some conversations where I know what it's doing because I know how the law is indexed and how case law is indexed. So I know that it's just pulling the case law because it knows all of the keywords and the idea of what each case stood for. So it's pretty much indexed how to think. I could see all of the algorithms there. So it'll tell me, hey, don't forget about this case, don't forget about that case, don't forget that in Louisiana this happened and that somehow that controls. It'll tell me all of that, but I still have to give it those prompts. I still have to be able to know how to have a coherent conversation about the actual things that are going on with the case and not just have a very novice idea of the law and just start saying, well, isn't it illegal if this happens? Well, it may definitely well be, but it may not apply to you because you're not connecting those things. And AI may not take that into consideration.
So that brings to the next point with AI. AI is as smart as you prompt it to be.
As you prompt it to be.
As you prompt it to be. But being an attorney, asking questions versus me, I wouldn't know what question to ask.
Right.
But as an attorney, if you were trying to drive home a point with the jury, I would ask AI.
Right. Because that has nothing to do with the law.
So
that's human interaction.
Right. We're talking about, you gave specifics on catering towards me eating menudo.
Mhm.
But imagine you give it a prompt like I have a white male juror that's 35. He likes long walks in the park and he fishes on Sundays. And you give him all the descriptions of the jurors, like which hit points.
Scary.
What
that
hit
would be
points?
scary.
What
Which
talking
point
points?
should I hit?
Right. That would maybe cater to this jury to
So they can
understand-
better understand me.
Right. Or the case, whatever.
The case, yeah. Damn.
That's scary. Then we don't really have human interaction.
No, you do.
But
You
I
do.
feel like that's what I know how to do. That would take that. Then starts to feel it would take that away from
But
me.
back to the ideas. You're like, damn, I never thought of that one. Let me try it.
There's loopholes in AI. If it can't do a certain thing, a prompt, you can reword it and get around these little edges and corners
Right.
to be like, okay, I understand this is violating what you can or can't do. So in a way, you kind of have to bribe or persuade AI working as a tool for this like diabolical plan of I'm going to try to persuade a greater case. That's
Yeah.
that's possible. I mean, that's one of those things that, again, it's almost like going in there with another loaded gun in the back pocket after you've dumped out the bullets, It's like,
Because you got different cases, different juries, but if this person, you could tell a person by what kind of music they listen to, their ethnicity, where they grew up, blah blah blah. But if you load that all up into the language model, I'm like, what's some talking points that you think might hit with this jury?
Mhm.
This is the synopsis of the jury. Boom. And you're like, I've done this case before. I've done cases like this before, but the jury's always gonna be different.
Right.
Right. But you might get some talking points that you never even thought of from uploading it to ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever one you choose to use. But those are things. It's a tool. It's
Yeah.
a tool to get your point across.
almost like
But
persuasion.
now, but like I said, it's only as smart as the prompt. If you don't know
Right.
to ask it, like if you just say, "Hey, I want a closing argument for this case," but
Can I
closing
tell you-
argument is whatever. But the closing argument, it doesn't mean shit unless it means something to the jury.
Right. Well, let me let you in on a little secret. When I do my closings, a lot of the times, I don't necessarily know what I'm going to say. And I think to myself, I wonder what I'm going to say. And I've said that before. And my girlfriend says, how do you not know what you're going to say? Because I haven't looked at the 12 people yet that are going to decide my client's fate. And I want to see their reaction. I want to see their face. And I want to see whether or not they're actually engaging with me. Do they not like what I'm saying? And I want to be able to make those decisions on the fly. Wait a minute. I thought Mike was very receptive when I was questioning that witness or when they were talking about this. And he was nodding his head in some way or whatever because I thought I understood Mike. But now I'm looking at Mike in this jury box, looking at me like, bro, you're not sorry, bro. You go sell this somewhere else. Maybe it's not the whole case, but maybe it's just that little idea. And AI may not have prepared me for that, for
Right.
Mike's change in reaction because I prompted, oh, Mike's on my side. Juror number 11, he's been nodding. He's all of these demographics. Tell me more about him and how I should hit him. And it'll tell me the things I should talk to you about. But it's not going to prepare me unless I have it in my ear and it's there observing too. I feel like
there's that too. There's AI that does that too. So
like just free right
you have the
because if you
glasses,
have it implanted in your head at some point,
you
yeah.
can have glasses in real time and watch people's movements, and they'll tell you like if they are lying.
It could probably say juror number 11 looks like he is not believing you right now.
Right.
And that enough would be for me to go, let me go look at juror number 11 and let's really talk. I wish I could talk to you, but I can only
So that's
one way.
another form of AI. Yes, they have cameras, or like you could wear glasses, but it would be a software that analyzes body movements.
The new Meta glasses
Right.
are going to have a line implementation of analyzing a person's movement and
Right, if it's dangerous or not, or
right.
you know
Or
what
is
I'm
this
saying?
a
But it's gonna get
threat?
to that point where that person's lying or that person's not feeling it. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even if he look like he has a poker face, but his blood pressure is going up, or like this,
I'm detecting perspiration on his
Right,
forehead.
Thermal.
Yeah, the thermal, my thermal readings say juror number 7 is not happy with you, sir.
Yo,
But
this water
in use
hit.
but in use case for a lawyer, you could use that as a tool. Like I would, if I was a lawyer, I would have bullet points. Like I got like maybe 5 talking points.
But you have to be ready to change them.
Right. But you would, because you'd be like, that shit ain't hitting.
That shit ain't hitting. Right.
On to the next. On to the next one.
Right. Next point. But now I may be getting too much information from AI. Hey, watch out for this. Almost like the head coach in a quarterback's head.
And that's
do
why
this, do that while I'm trying to throw a ball.
Right. But that's why we need humans to make decisions, like in real time. Like, well, I got all the information I'm going to get. Let's just go out there.
Yeah, but maybe they want more information and more information. Do they ever get to a point where they got too much information?
As a lawyer, you this is your business. You know what I'm saying? So when you get when like you got coached up, when you go out there, now you got to play. With all this,
right.
With all the information you have.
That's it.
If it's too much, you ain't retaining all of it. So you're gonna forget what you don't know.
Have you ever encountered a scenario where you're helpless on the side of the road with a flat tire on your bicycle?
I wasn't that helpless, but yes.
I went biking with Mike from Fresno to Hanford, me, him, and James. And he decided he was going to look for all the nails he could on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
He found all of them. He ended up with like 3 or 4 nails all in the same spot of his tubes. There's nothing that AI could have done to save us in that scenario.
No, but AI, I don't even think it even existed yet. Well, it did in some form, but not the way it is now.
Yeah.
But
there's still some stuff where as humans we need to know how to fix it.
If I put my bike in a bike analyzer and asked it, what's the risk of a nail penetrating my tire, it would give me a probability, right?
Or maybe while you're driving your bike, it's going to say, sir, why are you going to the right?
Because the truck's coming.
Because the trucks are coming, right? That's what he kept saying.
What's the integrity of my tubes or something?
Right.
Where's the tread at? Right.
Okay, but then we're not thinking it for ourselves anymore. We're literally just waiting for other people to learn how to. So who grows up to learn how to prompt AI if we're all just now relying on AI?
So
like you still have to learn math, or because who's going to invent the calculator or create a calculator?
About ChatGPT and all that. We're like the people that use it don't know how to really use it. Like it can really help them, and I think that's with anything. Like I said, I was talking to somebody the other day. Like when cars came out, there were people say, "Fuck them cars. I'm gonna ride these horses." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, AI, whatever, I ain't fucking using it. I'm not gonna use it, but okay, you're gonna be left behind.
Right.
That's your choice. It's here.
So do you think in the restaurant industry, if you're not using AI, you are falling behind?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're going to.
It will happen.
So there's use cases for like Montgomery wards.
Yeah, who are they, right?
Right, exactly. Who are they?
Yeah.
BlackBerry, who is that? What is that?
So, yeah, what is that?
So they failed to, I think the story I heard with Montgomery wards was something about they wanted to upgrade their POS, their system. And they just put it off. And then when they went to go do it, it was too late. Like everybody else's POS system and inventory tracking systems is way better than what you got going on. Right. End up going out of business. BlackBerry, the iPhone came out, they were stuck on that damn keyboard. Right. And they moved past it.
They said, this isn't where the industry is going.
Right.
And BlackBerry said, we can't.
Right.
We cannot let go of the thing that makes us good.
Right.
Right. Like the fax machine.
Right.
People still send faxes.
The iPhone was an iPod at the time. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't even think the phones are even a phone. It's kind of an app that sits there, but it's not really doing that.
Right. But long story short is that you got to move. If you stay stuck, and there's there's always a sweet spot when to move. You don't want to be the first guy out the block and have to buy all this shit to make it work. You want some people to go that have the money to buy all this shit, and half the shit didn't work. So I'm gonna come in and do the shit that does work. And spend the money on that shit that does work instead of wasting time and money. But I mean, you gotta sometimes throw some stuff out the wall and see what sticks.
You ever have AI create recipes?
So yes and no.
Really?
You could say, hey, I got cayenne pepper, garlic.
Okay. Right. These are the ingredients I have left. What can I make with this?
Yes.
Chef special.
Right.
And you could just put that in your codes, and that QR code menu can change. That's another thing that keeps changing, right?
Right.
Daily,
Well,
you can say I have a special if you decide to have
So,
one.
but with the restaurant, I would probably do that at my house. Like, I got this in my refrigerator. What can I make with it? At the restaurant, we got to try it. We got to, how do you cook it? This, that, and other. It's got to go trial and error.
And you, you want it perfect.
Absolutely. And it's got to be consistent.
That's what I'm missing. Yeah, you're right.
Got to be consistent. You know what I mean? They got to trust it. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the.
So how does AI help you get a recipe? Just by telling you these are items that you can start creating and start to test?
Yeah.
And also this is kind of what I see people
if I
eating.
took the time, I could upload what I buy, right? Like my buy sheet for the week, and say, hey, what can I make with these ingredients that are in my restaurant recipes? And I'm pretty sure, I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure it would do it. Like, you can make this shit. And most of the stuff we make from scratch, so I'm pretty sure I could almost create another restaurant with the same stuff I got.
Right. It's almost getting exponential with what you can do.
Right. But you have to execute. You got to have the personnel to execute. And I'm sure in the future there's going to be robots and stuff like that can do it too.
Are you ever going to go towards a robot waiter?
I'm a tech guy, so I want to see how it works. I'm just one of the people.
Because if I don't want any human interaction, I can now go into Cocky's, get the QR code to give me a menu, order from the QR code, check out ultimately, and have a robot just bring me the items while everyone else is partying next to me because I just want that type of social experience.
So, have you been in a Waymo car?
Yes.
Oh, I have too.
Scary.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's like the Jetsons or something, you know. It's like
I hopped in mine.
You know,
on the
like
way to the airport.
I don't know. Like, did they check the brakes?
Spot, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Did you see the one where there's a police officer trying to pull over? I don't know if it was a Waymo or a Tesla, and they took some time getting to pull over to the side. They went to the parking lot, started making circles, kind of like mini donuts.
I saw somebody pull over a Tesla. And she was drunk, but it was driving. So. She was asleep. She drunk sleep.
Disclaimer, even if Tesla is driving for you and you are drunk, you are still responsible and you could get a DUI.
There you go.
Yes. But
fun fact.
That's fun fact. Don't think that the Tesla's going to show up to court with handcuffs.
Just hop out in the back seat real quick.
Let's say that drunk girl that was asleep, somebody reported on the freeway like, hey, this is somebody sleeping driving, but 20 years from now, that could be normal. People sleeping while the car's going.
And well, it's a lot safer but
yeah, it is.
Yeah, the person may have crashed earlier, and now we may have drunk people just driving on the road. You're right, just because the car is taking them to their destination.
Right.
And they may just take them to your destination.
They might do something where after like 9 or 10, you have to do a breathalyzer before you get in a Tesla or a Waymo.
To get it to start,
but
right?
That might
like
be
the old, yeah.
Technically, it's AI driving you, right?
Right.
AI, they learn how to drive.
Right.
So AI is driving you, but there should be, this is just law talk. I don't know if they can pass something like this, but if your car is in some kind of mode, I don't think you're responsible for being drunk because you're not really driving.
But you're the one that's responsible. You're the manager. You're the supervisor of the restaurant.
Right.
Even if you didn't make the sandwich, it falls on you.
Right. What I'm saying is if it's in this mode, if it's in taxi mode.
Oh, you're saying if it does something wrong. Like it.
No, not it. No, if my car does something wrong, I'm suing the company.
It's in my rebate.
Right. Yeah.
In my warranty.
But I'm saying as a CHP officer pulls you over and it's in a let's say it's in, I don't know what kind of mode it is. Let's say taxi mode.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All
I'm
right.
not responsible. I'm not driving. So I know I'm drunk, but I'm not driving.
Okay. But that's not the law. That's not the law.
Right,
Though.
yeah. But I'm saying,
you're saying the way you would like it to be.
Right.
Right.
So
that we should.
My car's in taxi mode.
My dog. Yeah. If
Okay,
you
the
if you
cop
trust it
would-
enough to drive, then that's
the
the
cop
way it
would
should
be
be.
like, whatever, keep going. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're
Get
not
it-
driving.
giddy
yeah,
up, like to the horse, like
Because
the
I'm below 2.8, so I know I'm
Yeah,
fucked up. What's the difference between Uber driver and a Waymo? The taxi.
The AI has now become the human.
And it's been found that they are way better drivers than humans.
In
So-
humans?
Than humans.
Because it takes a collection of all the times that we drive and how we drive good. But it also, from what I've seen, and it may have been updated, will take the way we drive bad. Like it'll cut corners. Sometimes it'll roll stops because it's recognizing that that's what we do at that certain destination. So it starts to assume that that's how you're supposed to do it there.
I think the way that, because obviously it's cool that you see a car driving itself, right? But
It's like a
at least I
movie.
think, but like,
like a
I think
movie.
the Waymo was a perfect driver.
Right.
The other day when I was in Phoenix, I got him. I was in Phoenix last week. I was gonna run across the street, but I seen a Waymo, and I'm like, "There's nobody in that motherfucking drive. What if it don't see me?
What if it don't see me? Yes.
Is it gonna stop? I just let it go."
Mm.
But that was like the only time I was scared. But I'm like, I hopped in it and took it to the airport.
Because at least you can make human interaction with someone and say,
Right.
hey,
You see me?
you see me.
Right.
If you're going to kill me, at least I saw you and we
Right.
understand each
You
other.
did it on
But the
purpose.
car may be like, I didn't see you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm pretty sure in their software they have the sense, solve, and go approach, which is the combination of sensors, AI, and detailed mapping. So it's basically like the Google Maps, the way
Right.
they
Yeah.
do it. The data from these different sensors is combined to create a more robust and accurate picture of the environment. This is a process called sensor fusion. Helps the system overcome the limitations of individual sensors and improves confidence in objects detection and interpretation. So it's been like, they have motion control, they have the robust the adaptability. So if you try to run it off the road, it just stops. So then lets you go forward, kind of thing.
Right.
And if it does sense, it'll know the
It might
The-
even have a button to call 911. This person crazy.
it has you on camera now because it'll also then record you while you're if some
everything
like
that's
an
happening.
accident's happening,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
it'll give you the details start from the accident to leading after.
But
cause.
I don't know if you knew this, but Waymo, if something happens, there's a person like at a call center that can control the car.
Oh yeah.
Right. If they have a good connection. I mean, hey, sometimes you drop
They got some
calls.
busted Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Right.
That's fair.
That's why
That's
sometimes that car is just doing donuts
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
parking
yeah,
lot, and you're
yeah.
like, dang.
That's fair.
We talked about that where it kind of glitches.
Maybe they'll create something where the officers can somehow electronically disengage it, like to have a like kind of like a firefighters seem to have a lot of universal
Yeah.
keys.
Well,
Maybe
they could
there'll
do
be a
that.
way where you can just zap it and it'll stop,
Oh, sure.
which then gets into an issue of that could be used for wrong, just like any comic book. Now all of a sudden you're stopping people when there's no reason to stop
Since we're
them.
on the topic of AI, is there going to be a use for school?
AI?
Right.
Oh, to
right.
educate people? Well,
Right.
someone still has to prompt the AI, or are we just going to let AI tell us what to do and be?
Hey, we're talking about AI. I'm just saying.
All I know is
'Cause I'm
that
like, if I'm a professor, I was thinking about college, but we can apply it to elementary and whatever the hell. At some point, you got to have some education. It's just
Right.
Yeah. But in
you have to
college-
learn math
Right.
to make a calculator.
Right. To actually to know what to prompt the calculator.
How
right?
to prompt the
Right.
calculator to make
Yeah, it's
calculations.
programmers, yeah.
Right. But as in college, like if I'm a professor, I'm talking about, I don't know, some kind of war back in the day, Civil War, right? I could just upload my documents to AI and be like, hey, lecture them on this.
Right.
Play
But it's
the
going to
shit.
it's not going to give it any novel ideas. Nothing's going to be new. It's going to be, this is what we've always known about this concept. But what if Mike Smith has had a different experience in the world, like Albert Einstein, and is able to then find a new concept that humans never thought of? Don't we end up getting to a cap with AI because it's just a collection of it's the menudo, if you will, of all of us? And so that it can't really go any further. How are we ever going to leap to a next spot?
So to me, AI saves time.
Yes.
So if
For the
it saves
thinker.
times-
For the thinker.
for the thinker.
Right.
But since it saves times for the thinker, we can think about something else. The thinker thinks about something else.
Okay. The thinker
So-
needs to keep thinking
so
about. So we
they
still
have-
have to have thinkers.
And there's always going to be those.
But what if we get so lazy and AI has
No,
already
no,
got us to
no.
a level where
It
we
don't,
could just
it don't matter how lazy we are. There's gonna be somebody that's not as lazy as you.
think about the kids that haven't been
You
born
agree?
yet.
Absolutely. I feel like it's like one of those things too where okay, early bird gets the worm, but the hawk gets the bird. You
Okay.
feel me?
Right.
Like the way I see it is there's always someone out there that's gonna work harder than you, right? We've heard that expression.
Yeah.
Same thing where it's like back to
As
this,
long as
this
there's
whole
humans.
Right.
right,
That's true. Humanity-
exactly.
Humanity
exactly.
screws
Yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean I see the argument where you're like, okay, yeah, this machine doesn't need a break.
It doesn't. No.
It can work overtime.
So long as
I'm gonna
it
invest
doesn't
in
heat
this $80,000 equipment to like for packing houses to bag. We talked about that last time, to bag machines that ladies were running in conveyor belts, where now AI will just scan and
Right.
quick.
Right. In the packing houses in the Central Valley here, his mother, my grandmother, they all would go and gather and look at the fruit as it's coming by in the conveyor belt, and they'd have to pick the ones that were bad based on their own training. So it funded a lot of people, many families. You have little towns, Sanger, Reedley, Parlier, Dinuba, that are all based off of this. Those jobs don't really exist anymore, and they're not necessary because the computer now can scan all of that fruit and decide what is important, and it'll throw it out even better than the human eye.
But dude, in retrospect, I guess in hindsight of everything, every industry now is getting adapted to AI moving forward, because from restaurants, the law, the beauty, everything has AI now.
Right.
The like barbers have to they'll I know barbers that use AI with same thing, the promotion, because let's be real, not everybody has a marketing business degree,
Right.
especially if it's a barber or like cosmetologist. They didn't necessarily focus on that. They were just going to get this
The skill, their
just the
craft.
skill, just that in that trade. And now like agriculture, boom, let's implement this. We
Mhm.
got GPS tractors to right now with we're talking about the food industry. Okay, from QR codes to having IHOP bring you this little tray on a robot that looks like an R2D2 with all your food, but the server still goes to it to grab that plate and put it on your table. I mean, there's still a lot of, we will get there. I know we will, but you have to really see it. And then I think it's allowed and it's accepted for people to be lazy.
Now, because of AI.
Right. I talked about it with another guy. I was buying fireworks and I knew one of the guys behind the stand this last 4th of July. And he was like, yeah, there's like, nobody wants to work nowadays. And I'm like, well, also people want to do not the easy route, but like that automatic, I can just stay home and stream. I can just work from home. Work from home was very allowed, and people wanted to stay there after they saw so much of if I just hit my mouse, looks like I'm working, right?
Right.
Where people are like, no, you actually have to be inputting data, inputting.
Too.
You know what I'm
IRS
saying?
Stay home, they wiggle their mouths.
Yeah, and that's
know
why
what
they're
I'm saying?
calling everybody back
Yeah.
physically to certain industries to go back to work. Now it's like, but
It's also changing the way people are reporting things.
right.
Police officers now are allowed in misdemeanor cases to take their body cam, upload it into a software, and the AI will actually generate the actual report. The police officer then just goes in, verifies the report, signs it, and sends it off. But it's no longer the officer saying, this is what happened. In many cases, I'm sure there's some way they still do it, but in many cases now, they're actually letting AI tell the story, the narrative of what occurred. So it's AI's perspective and interpretation of the video, and the human can sign off
So-
on it, but how much did they really input?
So, so if you're uploading the video to AI, you would prompt it. The officer said that this is a law this person broke.
The officer said.
Right.
But we have lawyers for a reason, because nobody agrees on what the prompt should be.
True. But if I'm the prosecution, right?
Right.
It's from their side, this is what the officer said he broke the law. This is what I arrested him for. This is the charges. Uploaded to AI. They obviously, to me, they're mostly going off the audio, what's being said during this interaction.
And the video.
Right. The video.
It's going to give you whether or not there was some force or some aggression.
Right.
But that's the AI's interpretation.
But it's based on the prompt of what you gave it to look for. Right?
Do you think an officer and a defense attorney agree much?
No.
Right.
At all.
So how much of the defense attorney is being able to prompt in there and say, hey, let me balance?
Buy the software.
by the sub. Well, I'm not the one generating the report.
Right. No, but if
I wish I could. Trust me, they have the rights to it. I can't look at it.
no, I'm pretty.
So they
no, I'm
haven't
pretty
given
sure
you
there's
guys.
AI
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
true, right? You
Yeah.
would think that then.
because their software is for prosecution purposes.
Right, but
But
but that's not their purpose. Law enforcement's purpose is not for prosecution necessarily. It's for justice and for truth.
so
so
you're
you-
saying it writes a report.
Yes.
So I haven't looked at too many police reports, thank God, right? But
So let's say a report would say something like, "Nobody's accusing
I
you
know
of
I'm
nothing,
black. I know
Mike."
I'm black. But
No,
Mike,
nobody
public
said that you were.
defender. Public defender. He's about to pull up his AI attorney. He's like, hold on, before we
Wait a
keep
second,
talking,
wait
talk
a
to my
second, wait a
lawyer.
second.
Yeah,
We weren't talking about you, Mike. But
yeah.
look, at some point in a police report, what you'll see is on what's today, the 12th, on July 12th at 9 or 10 a.m. These three individuals were recording a podcast, and one individual became aggressive because he felt cornered by the other ones, and it was the bald one, and he then started to punch the one in front of him, the black one apparently, and then punch the other one over there behind the engineering scenario. And that's what the report would basically say. But now, this is a simple scenario. If an officer were to come in, they would interview you, Omar, they would interview you, Mike, independently, and they would say, AI would write, according to Omar, on this day and time, this happened, but it's based on what he said. It's real simple because he actually used words, right? And that's based on just the interview process. But sometimes an officer arrives and the incident is currently happening.
Right.
So I could be taking swings at you guys, and this report is going to be very heavy on the fact that I was coming at you two really hard. But let's say that nobody knows that he all of a sudden started smashing all the devices. Nothing's being recorded. You start coming after me. Maybe you guys had some plot against me, and I'm currently defending myself.
Yeah, the camera stopped recording it. No, I'm kidding.
Well, the cameras stopped recording, and
I ran
AI
out
is
of
not going to
tape.
say, "Hey, by the way, we also checked to see if there were any cameras recording, to see if there was any evidence." It may not even notice that there's any cameras in here. It may just say, "I interviewed Omar. There was an interview for Mike, and also the body cam pretty much shows the aggression that Alex was having against them." Yes, but I may have already been under attack by you guys, and no one's necessarily looking for this. Maybe because it's all about who prompted and who told it, "Hey, look out for the possibility that the guy who was being aggressive was actually being attacked prior. What investigation was done prior?" It could leave, not making too much of an attack or a claim, but just to open an idea, officers to be, like you were saying, in many professions, a little more lazy and not use their investigative skills because they're now just relying on AI to do it. Maybe AI is being purchased for a certain scenario to prosecute and is not necessarily taking the defense's standpoint or the other person's standpoint.
So in that scenario, I'm gonna bring it back to whoever is listening could understand. To me, it seems like who's a better driver, AI or humans?
I'm going to always say humans.
Okay.
I am because I can never trust a robot that much.
How many DOIs does a robot have?
Well, I know, but
But isn't it like almost a flaw that we have an emotional, like a human? I can be emotionally tied to something where a robot won't, right? I think we
Right.
talked about that last time.
But a
where I was
robot
like,
may decide if 4 cars are coming to an intersection and there was a
So-
glitch to say, if I make Mike go left, he'll die, but the other 3 will live. And if I kind of try to save everybody, there's a high possibility that 2 will die. It may make a decision that it's going to turn him left into a tree to save the whole scenario because it goes off of math, no emotion.
like a
I don't like
hydroplane.
those decisions.
Here's a way where
And
it's like,
that's in theory. 'Cause we haven't seen it.
That's in theory.
All right.
But we could
let's
get
say,
there.
Let's say it's a weather
We
thing
can-
too. Something you can't control and AI can't control is like weather, hydroplaning, snow.
Yeah.
And you have this way. I mean, then again, would it be smart to put people in situations where, I mean,
I'm
let's say,
assuming before, and this is assuming, I'm assuming before they even put a human being in that car, they did all the bad weather scenarios first.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
First, before
yeah.
they even
like, would you see
hydroplane,
them with chains?
ice,
Would you see them with like,
driving on ice?
Would
Yeah.
do you
cold,
see
drizzly?
the other driver making a bad mistake or intentional decisions to get into your lane?
Yeah.
Children that could just run on a road. I'm
Right.
sure they did all of that. All of it.
Before. But back to the police officer scenario. So let's say he walks in, the police officer, and he's arrested this guy before,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So he has a biased opinion.
That's
of him.
correct.
AI is not gonna have a biased opinion in that situation.
Face recognition may tell it There's Mike Smith, and Mike Smith's like, man, you guys keep coming to my house. This is the 7th time I've done nothing. But the AI is like, this is the 7th time we're here.
Why keep pressing me, man?
No, but what I'm saying is the AI's report is going to be unbiased. The cops report is going to be a little biased.
It could be. You're right. If we train it correctly to not be so biased. But don't we
Train, prompt.
but don't we
give
want
information.
investigations to really be done by humans and not just overlooked by a human?
Okay. Now you're defending
Humanity.
right,
Yeah.
and law. Because if a lot of people are in jail because somebody felt some type of way about them. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
It could be the jury.
Yeah, it
It
could
could
be.
be the defense,
Right.
the prosecutors.
Right,
Right. But if it was an unbiased opinion, just going on facts.
right. Okay. All right, maybe there's room for it. All right, so we're getting better food. We're going to be getting better service. I can still talk to a human at Cocky's, though, right?
Yeah.
I know your theme is Cocky's vibes only,
When
right?
it comes to the law and the way our Constitution set up, I don't think AI is gonna make anything but give you advice
Okay.
on stuff because it's in the bedrock of our DNA. So I don't think
We're
that's
headed there. You're
I
like,
don't
embrace it, bro. Just embrace it. We're headed there. We're floating down the river.
I am, but when it comes to law and jury, I think that's like a non-talking point because it's the only thing it's gonna give you is advice. And it's gonna be a tool.
It's going to be a good tool.
There's not gonna be AI jurors, right?
Right. Well, you never know. Maybe
Yeah.
they're looking at AI.
I-
You never
it's in our
know because
Constitution, right?
I'll never know, and they're not supposed to do this, but I'll never know if a juror says, hey, AI, this is what I remember hearing in the trial. What do you think? Is this guilty or not?
I think there needs to be laws passed now.
That AI can't make decisions for a juror? Absolutely.
Whatever AI laws, but the problem with that is these people are so old that are in Congress. They don't even use.
They
AI.
don't know what AI is.
Yeah, right. They're just like, okay, whatever.
They're like EA Sports. No, it's not. It's not. No, they don't have no idea.
So passing a law is not that important to them.
No, but our generation will.
Right.
Once
But I'm
more.
saying, let's say another 10, 15 years, right? We should have had laws today. So, okay, I go to the packing house. There's 2 employees there. There used to be
Right.
300.
Right.
Or it's only like, well, here's the thing. Okay, I don't know if I asked you this time. Have you ever seen that Willy Wonka movie?
Which one? The Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, the one
newer
with
one.
I just listened to a podcast on Willy Wonka, but it had nothing to do with AI. But it was,
Yeah.
No, but check this out. No, here's the thing. The one with the Tim Burton one with Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Charlie's dad got fired from the chocolate factory and then he's turning around and he saw all these robots are now taking his job, right? What we were saying. Then he gets rehired into the chocolate factory to fix the robots. Did you guys miss that part of chocolate factory?
I didn't see it.
Is
Oh,
that
you
the
knew that-
original or
that's-
that's
that was part of the thing.
that's the Johnny Depp version?
The
I guess
Johnny Depp
I'm
one.
always thinking
Watch
of the
it,
other
dude.
one.
do you know why it was why people had the golden ticket to get into the chocolate factory?
How they got it?
No, why it was
Like why
a
it
big
was
deal.
Yeah, it was a big
Because
deal
it was
it's like-
rare.
well, that's the thing.
Why was it
Nobody,
rare?
it wasn't allowed.
Because they created the demand for
Well,
it.
you get
No.
a tour to go in there.
No, it was because of intellectual property. This
Yeah.
is actually a case of intellectual property about recipes. So they didn't want to let anybody in.
Right. Restaurant business.
Right, because they had the
I think
infinite
it
bubble
may
gum
have
or
been
something.
it may have been her. It was a candy factory that did this though. But
Okay.
they made this movie based off of that.
Yeah, because it's like the secrets are in there. No one's
Right.
ever been in
So
there.
no-
It's
They
like
hired
no
Oompa
one's been
Loompas.
behind in the kitchen of Cocky's. No one's ever been behind the scenes of.
The Oompa Loompas never left the factory.
No,
That's
that-
true.
that's
That is true.
But they were like that little sacred, like secret.
Right.
They were like the secret recipe.
They were the secret
because
recipe.
they knew
Right.
everything about that chocolate bean that was making almost all this versatile, different
Man,
flavors.
you guys are going deep on the
Bro,
chocolate. I have to go watch this
Chocolate
movie
Factory
again.
is dude.
I thought there was about
Chocolate
kids
Factory is a
getting
hot
killed
take,
in
bro.
chocolate candy factories.
You gotta
You
rewatch
guys
that
are-
film,
and then
dude.
Shakespeare comes out.
Charles Dickens back
Charles
there.
Dickens bro, had a piece of this Steven
Hey,
Spielberg. What is going
The
on?
harpoon and the wet dog.
It was really that deep.
Bro,
huh?
it was Well, I mean, if you see it that way,
And then
that's
he had
really
a-
what was going on in the visuals.
But didn't he kind of pick? Wasn't it Charlie? Didn't he kind of pick him, Willy Wonka?
Well, he had a group of people that won the golden ticket.
But did they really win it, or was
For
he
that
thinking
film.
about that kid? Like, I always felt like he knew that kid was going to be the one that was going to make it.
Maybe in the original
So
one.
I feel like I always felt like he was a plant,
'Cause
and
he
Willy
also-
Wonka knew that. He
well,
just
he-
wanted to embarrass the other kids
he
to
also
say, "This
was,
is what you're not
he
supposed
also
to do."
was going to weed everybody out to see who would take over.
But he knew exactly what would weed every single one of them out.
Yeah.
He knew that there was one kid that was not going to
Greedy,
stop
that was
talking,
just
so
gonna
that
stop eating.
right. There was
or
one that
like
went, I'm not going to. I'm going to eat the chocolate if
Right.
if you tell me not to.
Because it
And
was
then
sacred.
what happened
It
to
was
him?
a sacred thing for Charlie, for Wonka. That was a sacred, like, yo, this is like my legacy. But I before I give you all the, they were able to see all the
Right.
what the machines of the cogs of the machine, right? But then again, Charlie's dad was like, "Oh my God, I'm going with you," or whatever, because he had that memory of. But then to get rehired, where it's like you said, there's going to be like 2 workers in the factory, but then you only see the workers that'll only know how to fix, like programmers to fix them
That-
arms.
That's the prompt.
Yeah,
The programmer.
The programmer.
Yeah.
So the program, the machine, is going to be who runs the world.
bro, we
Whoever-
gotta watch that. We gotta
I'm
watch
watching
it
this
again, dude.
movie
Watch
again.
it tonight, dude.
I haven't seen the new one, but yeah, I'm definitely going.
The new one's cool. The Wonka one, by itself, but it's not like
So
the
in
Johnny
the old
Depp.
one, he's not. The dad's not fixing the machines, right?
And the
This
old
is-
one, I've never
no,
seen
no,
the original one,
no.
but the one with
You haven't seen the original
not
one?
the original one, but the Tim Burton one was the one where I caught that, where I was
Okay.
like, man, you know what I mean? Where I
Oh,
was
I'm gonna
like,
watch the Tim Burton, the original one, and there was no robots.
No robots.
okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oompa Loompas.
Oompa
Yeah,
Loompas.
yeah,
So
the Oompa
programmed
Loompas,
Oompa Loompas?
right,
Maybe they were programmed robots. Maybe they were AI. You're right.
bro. I've been
But-
going, yeah, keep going. I'll tell you after this.
But
after this
like,
topic,
programming the language model. That's how this all got started, right?
Right.
They upload all the stuff and you can ask questions for it. It's just software that talks information,
Right.
right? And it just started getting real good. There's like I mentioned 11 Labs before. You could actually have a phone service when you call. and
It'll
you-
answer for you.
right? But you give it the information,
Right. Welcome to Cocky's,
Right.
where Kocky vibes
wanna order?
only applies.
And they have software they'll tie into my POS. It's expensive. That's why I haven't done it yet. When you call,
Mm.
it'll say, hey,
Will it go through the prompts of what do you want to order?
correct.
I mean, it'll be pretty cool if you can do just voice recognition. Like, I want a wing salad. I
does.
want.
even though there's a
Loading.
menu online where you can almost do an order like DoorDash, how many times do you guys get a call where somebody wants to physically talk to somebody to physically make an order?
So those are the people that call that want to talk to somebody. Those people do not go online, and those people do
Right.
not know what they want.
Or
Right.
Oh, okay.
They just do not know what they want.
Those
Yeah.
are my
So
parents.
Yeah,
You
those
call,
are the
Right.
OGs.
you're on the phone for 10 minutes,
Right.
like 20 minutes.
So you guys have wings there, huh?
Yeah,
Like-
wings. Right. Those take up time, right? We want to
Right.
be more efficient,
Yeah.
but AI can answer the phone you know
And
what I'm
have a conversation with them
saying?
for
Have a
10
conversation.
minutes.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
And no, they don't care.
When was
They're
the
not-
wing invented?
we're
The
not
wing was
gonna show any-
invented.
Right.
The AI is not going to show any emotion of frustration.
That
Yeah.
part.
And you can hear
They're
the
not
person
gonna
on the
try and
phone
cut 'em
like,
off either. Like, hey,
this is why we have
Can you
automated
make a
system,
decision
bro.
already?
This is why you're supposed to go to the automation, man. The
that's why you're
prompt.
supposed to go online. Take all the time you want to online.
Can you imagine
Right.
before? Do you want chicken? Press 1. Do you want fries? Press 2. Now you
Yeah.
can just talk to it.
Yeah.
Have you implemented this yet?
Nah.
Are you
It's
going
expensive.
to?
Nah, we'll get
Well,
it
I mean,
cheaper.
because that's usually like if I want to order something local and just being like, let's just go to the website and automatically you have a DoorDash or a pickup
Right.
option. Make your order. They'll get it, placed, and they know what to do. With your guys' demos, how do you do? Like, I know when you did the demos of like when you were like the demonstrations of stuff. Do you get your crew together, the chefs, or like where did all that come from? Like as far as like when you're saying, okay, we're gonna do this demo for because again, you're trying to strategically ask how to get these people through the door is what you're trying to attract, right? Like and you mentioned earlier, like through the demo process of like, what is that process like as far as?
So you're asking if what do I do to attract customers in the Cockies as far as like my food?
So I know like
presentation
you have
or-
the marketing strategy, right?
Uh-huh.
But when you do the food, like you're implementing a new, let's say, hey, we're gonna bring, let's like you hear if you ever watch like Bar Rescue or whatever those shows where they tell you like, let's just condense the menu to what's the hot sellers, what's this? Let's do a summer menu. Let's do a. How do you guys do that or what's?
Yeah, we do, but I got AI. I gotta.
Okay.
I implement receipts.
You put the receipts into AI. So-
Right, it's a program.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you
it
like
knows
put,
like a
what's been
QuickBook or something.
purchased.
Yeah.
yeah. What's purchased?
Right.
It ties into my POS system and it tells me what's selling. And through my receipts, it'll analyze this price went up. So this instead of it was 30% food cost, now it's 45%. You should raise
Right.
the price or consider
Because you have to deal with that too. You have to
Right.
raise like, hey,
right or consider removing it or taking off your menu.
Right. Because this is
It's
no
been-
longer hitting,
Right,
It's not
it was hitting30%,
profitable.
but it's no longer efficient.
for the last 6 weeks. It's been hitting 45.
hmm.
That is pretty AI
And that,
driven.
dude, that's what makes it survive.
It's
you know
making
what I mean?
managerial decisions for you.
Yeah, I'll run the report, but me, the human,
You still
the
need-
thinker,
Right. The
Right, the
thinker,
thinker,
the
yeah,
thinker
yeah.
still exists.
the thinker still exists. I got to make a decision. Do I want to cut it or do I want to?
Because it just
Listen to-
because
right.
you actually live in and around your
Right,
restaurant, and you
right.
may say there's some holidays going on, or I
Right.
understand how Fresno is. This is just the way it is in this time. Maybe
Right.
it'll catch on seasonally, or something may be happening at that moment. Like, you know, the street's closed down. You're like, yeah, the street was closed down. So you have to make a human decision still,
Right.
unless you prompt it everything.
When I came in, AI you should use AI as a tool.
Right. As a
Right.
tool, as a supplement,
Right.
not
Right.
as the end.
Not as the end, but I will use it to go to the airport in the Waymo car. I will.
Let's
just
go.
hop in. Because imagine riding a train. So, but you made me think of something. So calling people and talking to somebody is kind of like an old technology.
Right.
The
Right.
phone-
Speaking to somebody on the phone. Right.
Like
It's
to
almost
make an
it's
order-
archaic now.
Right. To make orders is kind of archaic. But so investing to me in that system, the only people that call are older. They're getting phased out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody calls to place too much of an order.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I call some place, I'm calling to see if you're even open. So that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
time it
If
is,
someone
you know?
answers, they're
Right.
there.
I'll call you on 4th of July because 4th of July I want to see if you're open. You're open. I'm on my way. Right.
But AI can tell you that now. Yes,
Right.
we're open.
But me trying to if I'm gonna call and order some food, I'm actually looking at a menu of some sort, like right, versus I'm just picking your fucking brain, like
Right, because you may
what
have
do you guys have there?
right, because you may yeah.
What's the most popular? Yeah,
What do you
what's the
got?
popular? Yeah.
I'll call Joe's Blows Steak Shack. What the fuck y'all got there?
You got sushi?
Yeah.
Right? No, you ain't got
No, sushi. Yeah.
Soup of the day.
But like calling, like I don't know if any like because there's a company called Loman AI, which is basically what I'm saying. Like you
Mhm.
call, but I'm like if I'm investing in that, there's not too many people that do that anymore.
Right.
So I'm gonna spend. This company quoted me $400 a month. That's a lot of damn money to answer the phone. But how much time am I saying? Well, like, hey, they could learn to go online.
They can so the transition to have everybody move to that scenario may actually be more efficient. To say I'm not going to keep catering to a certain
Exactly.
demographic that is not really the biggest demographic.
Do you guys use Open Table?
No.
Okay. Because
Man,
I used that once to make a reservation, and it was pretty sick. You can see everywhere around you, all like the restaurants, if it's an event,
Almost like a theater.
and it tells you
Oh,
who
that's
has open seating. Like, because this is a day, like
okay.
let's say it's a Valentine's Day or like a was it Thanksgiving or something, and an Open Table app will tell you who has open reservations and what time slots and what is left.
Mm.
And that made me
pretty-
think about it too, because
That's
I was
pretty
like,
dope. I didn't know that.
that was sick.
Because
I don't know
And
how you
this is-
register
this is
it, but yeah,
this is the other thing about AI. It changes so fucking fast.
It's
like,
quick.
There's new shit
yeah.
Right.
all the time.
Right.
So Open Table, I looked at Open Table a long time ago, but obviously shit changed, right? You can do more shit with it. But they obviously changed their platform to what he's saying, like to be more social network-y,
Mm.
right? So if Cocky's has it, Chicken Shack has it, Cosmopolitan has it, and we're all in the same network, and they're going to a show at the Soroyan, like, oh, Cocky's has like food. That's how they can sell me on it. Like, you're on our network.
Right.
I could say you had an open table.
Right.
There's open seating now. I can go to your restaurant.
And it's
'cause
almost connected to that event. Like
Right.
it's almost like this is the official sponsor, not sponsor, but you're good to go here.
Well, it could
and
show you
I'm assuming that Open Table would somehow send you an email if you're going to the show. These are restaurants
and you
that
need
have
some
open-
food.
Right.
There might be some dining not too
or
far
it
off.
might even sync like your guys' availability from 8 to 9 or
It
10,
would.
and just
Right.
be
I'm
like,
assuming it
okay,
would.
8:35. If for a table for 5 or 6, whatever, you put in your quantity of your party, and it says, okay, Cocky's has this, Chicken Shack has this, right? I think because it gave me a list of like up to like Selma, up to River Park, like what restaurants around me have openings between 6 to 9, and it
Right.
says like, and I could
But-
see like Cocky's on there and like, oh, they have an 8:30. I'm
But
gonna
if-
book
if The
that.
salesman called me and told me he had restaurants listed from Sanger to River Park. I'd be like, you cut the crap.
Right. Because I'm
Nobody-
hungry now.
Right. Who the fuck
That's
is
what I'm
driving
thinking.
Right.
45 minutes
But-
to go get some
Right,
food?
right.
That's not near me.
But what you made me think of, it may be suggesting those restaurants that have contributed financially.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that's what that's the one concern I have, or I have many, but that's one of the concerns I have with AI because it's no longer artificial intelligence. It's suggested intelligence, which we know it is, but it could be suggesting things just because of payment. When is it? Are we just accepting the idea that AI actually is just a collection of our thoughts and it's given an objective answer, or is there some financial
I
suggestion?
I think the language models that exist now, since it's in its infancy, it's still in its infancy. It's only
Absolutely.
right. It's non-biased, but somebody gets a hold of it and using it, you know,
In
what
their
I'm saying?
favor,
Right,
for
of
what they
course.
want.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why you need to pass some laws now about fucking these language models.
Right.
Yeah, but who's gonna decide? We're gonna use AI.
Well, right now
We're
I
probably
don't-
gonna prompt AI and say, "Hey,
It should
can you
happen
create
now.
AI rules?"
It should happen now,
It should happen now.
but the Congress they don't know what the fuck AI is.
No, it's just never gonna happen. Shit.
So in parallel to that, if you search, let's say, all right, I search what restaurants are around in the area, but then you're trying to single out how many attorney or law offices are in Fresno. Do you know how many?
Many.
Like, it
Many.
says there isn't a single precise number with a total of for it says resources available, find and compare numerous laws. It says that there's about close to like 1,000.
Well,
It's
that's what
pretty
it
bizarre.
says, but
Right.
there really isn't. But
Right.
I mean, no, there really isn't. Because of AI and because of the internet and websites, you can create different names in
Right.
essence, different marketing.
Yeah, different like fictitious like the
right.
the
And
names,
so
yeah.
you end up having a lot of that. And so
Because then I'm
what is
thinking,
it? We don't know.
Right. So back to marketing, like if you're using marketing to boost up the Cocky's community, like the audience for Cocky's, right? And then trying to use marketing to market the law offices of Alex Martin, right?
Right.
And it's like same thing to like the whole stories of like how Apple started and out of a shack but you don't know it. Or like
Right.
when you call somebody and you don't know their setup, you don't know a lot of people you're calling call centers and they're just in their house. Your baby's screaming in the
You
background.
can hear
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dogs. in
You're
the
like,
garage.
wait, is this
Yeah.
a legit place?
Right, but
Like,
it's outsourced there now.
yeah, outsourced, right?
But call centers, I would if I owned a call center,
You'd AI it.
AI the shit out. I didn't pay
Right,
nobody.
right,
Right.
One big old computer.
Well, that's pretty much what they've done. There's a lot of these call
And-
centers are AI now.
And if I'm talking from an owner's, the AI is going to do what I told it to do.
Right.
Humans be like, fuck the rules. I'm gonna give you this for free.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the attitude. Right. But
Right.
but they're going off of a set of procedures. AI can follow those procedures.
Right.
I do have better encounters when I call and it's like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I need the XYZ. And it's like, perfect. Let me do this for you. Do you know that you can do that? And I'm like, wait a minute. This is actually a better interaction. Because kind of like that no judgment thing, right? Like I can order
Right.
by myself. Now I can have my frustration. Well, look, what's your problem? Look, well, my
Yeah.
problem is that I'm not
Well,
getting the
sometimes
mail
it-
or something, right?
Yeah, you call sometimes a call center and they think you're stupid because you asked that question.
Right,
Right.
right. Like, what do you mean? Don't you understand that this is what's happening? That's why I don't. Oh, yeah, that's right. And there's no apology. Then, yeah, I do feel a little jaded. And I'm thinking, I want to go to the next company. It really does give you a bad experience. AI will just pat you on the back.
Give
You're
you
good.
give you no attitude, no
Have you
tone.
seen that movie with Megan Fox? She
All
was
of
a
them.
maid.
Every single one.
That was
You seen it?
crazy.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Let me
So,
get the name of it.
but the gory shit, whatever. But she was like, "I'm here to only serve you and you only," or something right to the husband because the woman, his wife went into labor or some shit, so she was taking care of the house. She was a robot.
Well, she was like dying or something too.
yeah, she was dying. or whatever, but-
Subservience.
Subservience?
subservient.
There you go.
Subservient. That's it. But she was a maid. But he came home and she was like, I'm only gonna do. I'll do whatever you want me to do to make your. How can I make your day better or some shit like that every day? He came home. That's fucking cool. Come on.
Right.
I had a shitty
Right.
day. What you can do this, cook,
Right.
clean, whatever.
I have asked AI.
Uh-oh.
I have asked AI.
Here we go.
I said, look, man, me and my girl are having some problems. I'm not really understanding her, this, and that. And I have given it a prompt. I try to be as unbiased as possible. I'm not trying to get it to pick my side. And I have said, what are some things I can do or say? And it has told me it works. AI is a better boyfriend than I am.
Hey, you got physical touch.
I don't know. I mean, they may be able to program a whole lot more physical touch stuff.
So, but if you ask to give you advice as if they were a marriage counsel or a therapist,
It'll do that.
It'll do that.
It'll
Yeah.
do that. And it'll at least
It'll
calm
go
you
to
down.
therapist mode.
Huh?
It has like a therapist mode.
Therapist mode.
Or you could tell it, I did this to so and so.
But you have to be honest.
Right. You have to be honest with it. But it's no judgment pass, right?
Right, but some people won't be honest. Maybe
Right.
they
Because they want it to be in their favor, right? Just
yeah, I
their
want
egos are like-
because I may want to hear that I'm right, so I'm telling it certain things.
right. So if you said, "Hey, I did this," and she said this, and we got an argument over this, what can I have done to not have an argument? Give you whatever, or you can talk to it, or you can type it, talk to it, whatever you want to do.
So you call your girl and you're like, I would just like to let you know. Yeah, right.
I've given it a prompt, describe something about a woman, and I said, where does this come from? Like, why does she feel like this? And
Right.
it says probably this background, childhood.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
damn.
God, you've learned.
Look at that. Just like that, you get a degree in psychology.
This man is making recipes and fixing his inner soul,
Yeah.
all with AI. So there's no way I can convince you that AI is, as a future is a thing that we should try to avoid. That's what you're telling
So
me.
there's gonna be negative. There's gonna be bad. Like too much of anything's bad, right?
Right.
So like I said, we use it as a tool.
Use it as a tool. We
Right.
still have to create our own craft. We still have to continue learning.
Prompt it, right?
We still have to have thinkers, right?
So
Because
I'm
AI
gonna
would
go
not
back- I'm
AI
gonna go-
would not have thought of Cocky's Bar and Grill, which
So
is
I'm
which
gonna-
has a good reputation.
right, I'm gonna go back to the horse and car scenario.
Okay.
So with horses, you have to take a lot more care for them. You have to learn how to hit it in the right spot,
Feed it the right food,
feed it,
water. You got to
Get
keep
on
finding
it,
water.
Everything. There's
get
so
on
much
it
to
when it's
horses.
galloping. You gotta figure out how you to prompt your
Right.
body so you don't fall. But when the car came out, you sat in that bitch and hit the gas pedal.
That's true.
That's it.
That's it,
That's true.
right?
Put some goggles on for the oil.
Right. That was it.
Right.
It was a lot less to do in the car. It
Mhm.
made things easier, right?
Right.
And there's some people that were dead fast on riding the horse or whatever. Do that. Feed it, clean up the shit, all of it. But there's still horses, right? But we all use cars, right? But the car is easier, right? Would I have came to Sanger in a fucking horse? Probably would have took me a couple hours. I would have been damn near dead
Right.
in this hot ass town.
Right. Right. Right.
But there's a car.
Right.
Makes it easier. Like AI is the car.
Right.
It's
Still
making
need,
shit
and
easier.
the car still needs a program.
Right.
Car still needs a person to fix it.
And the
Right.
motivation to get up and do it.
Right.
It's Saturday morning.
So we use a car is a damn near necessity tool now. I think that's what AI is going to be like. If you don't fucking use AI,
You're
Like-
falling behind.
right,
You're
like-
still on a horse.
you're still on a horse.
There it is.